Welcome everyone to this another episode of our talk shows, and today we have Mr. Deep with us. So
Yeah.
first of all, Deep, I want you to introduce yourself.
Mhm. My name is Deep, and I've been working here with Ananta from last 4 months. I was there as an intern in IT department. So my highest qualification right now, currently I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in electronics and telecommunication engineering from Ramrawadi Institute of Technology in Mumbai. So I have like I got a chance to work with Ananta. I think last I got chance. I got first call in month of May. That time my uh, exams was going on. So I told ma'am that I won't able to attend the Ananta's internship right now. But she told me, okay, it's fine. When your like internship, your exam will get finished. You can attend our interview and all. So I got my first call. I called to ma'am that I want to take one interview with Ananta. So that time she told me, okay, I will just connect with my seniors and I will tell you if there is any vacancy or not. So that is how actually I got placed in Ananta and I started working with here with Ananta. From last 4 months I've been working here, and what technologies I got to come across is, as I'm coming from the IT background itself, and I want to go in IT sector itself, and more specifically, I want to work in website development, and I'm glad that I get a chance to work here with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in a front end designing. And apart from that, actually, the Ananta basically works on front end website development and the website development which are we can do with the Wix. So that is how actually I made it, and the technology which I used there was HTML, CSS, and parallelly I was working with the Wix also. So that is how my internship was.
Okay, yes, that
Yeah.
is good. Good to learn about all that, Deep. And now I want you to describe this whole internship experience briefly. What experience?
Yeah, there we were.
Yes,
I
so my
was.
question was
Mhm,
I want you to now describe this whole internship experience briefly.
mhm.
What exposure, what experience you got over here?
Yeah, first thing like on first day itself, they told me that how my internship gonna be. I need to work for more than 6 to 7 hours with Ananta. Initially I was like, how can I work for 6 to 7 hours on a regular basis? But because of the in between sometimes Mukesh sir used to come and used to tell us like your internship is not gonna be very easy. And I had some past experience also of internship, but that was totally technical internship. Like because I want to go in IT, so whichever like things we were doing there mostly related to the technologies. We were not getting exposure to how actually presentation things happens and how you need to communicate with your actually in corporate sector how things happens there. So I was not getting exposure to that, and as an engineer I need to be very good in those things also, because as soon as I will be getting passed out from my engineering of my 4 year, then I need to work in corporate sector itself, in IT sector. So the one thing I would say that like I got to learn here is how to handle corporate thing, how to be very good communicator with your seniors, and how to talk with them. If you become a coordinator of your group, so then how to handle that situation. I think that was the very different thing which I got to learn in Ananta compared to my previous internship. That was totally technical thing. So yeah.
Okay, that is great. Deep. So besides the technical knowledge, even your soft skills have also improved now.
Yep. Yeah. If I see like when I joined to this internship, I was not that good. Well, I wasn't able to maintain my fluency, but now I think, yeah, I was somewhat better than the previous one, previously. So, yeah, definitely improve.
That is like great.
Yeah.
And we know like communication, presentation skills, these skills are quite important
Yeah.
in this like today's environment if we see.
Yeah. Actually, I told this about my internship also in my interview also, and actually I got placed in one MNC called Cognizant Elevate for role of Elevate. So that was also
Okay.
a good thing happened with me. That I told them like they asked me what you learn in your apart from your technical skill, what you learn in your internship. So I just told them like whatever I have done in my internship, like I used to give my presentation and all those things. So they were like very happy to hear that, and they told me, yeah, okay, so you have that kind of exposure also. So that was the great thing like I achieved while going through my internship itself. So yeah.
Great, great to know about all
Yeah.
that. Deep. And now, what tools basically you learned here? I would like to know,
First of
like,
all, okay, yeah.
mm-hmm.
So what thing happened here when I joined to Ananta? Like here, a company was working with this startup was working with the Wix thing. So Wix is a website builder. By using that, initially I thought like I just need to go with Wix only, but I was planning to learn more than Wix because as an engineer I need not to be less go with the Wix, which is the inbuilt website builder. You need not to do so many things in that. But when I come to know that it is not just about Wix, in Wix also we can use the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to make more attractive designs. So then I feel like okay, then it's fine that I can just go ahead with this. And that is how actually from last 4 months I've been like using Wix, and parallelly actually I'm doing some things related to the HTML, CSS. So by using which I can make more interactive uh, designs and all. So I would say I just get more excellence in those things which I wanted to be in. Initially, I thought I would not able to get that chance, but yeah, when I actually come to know by Badal sir that like yes, you can do more things. Not only it's not only about Wix, you can just go ahead with other technologies which are needed in actual web development. So that was the great thing which happens to me, and now I can say that I got place also. So they have seen my technical skills and what I have done in my internship. So yeah.
That is very nice. Nice to know. All right, Deep. And what was your daily schedule? Like, how many hours you used to invest
Uh,
on a daily
it's
basis?
it is like they have said to us that you need to complete 8 hours. But when I joined to my internship that time, my college was like there was a semester break going on for of around 1.5 months. So I thought like now I can able to make that 8 hours. But once my college gets started, so what can I do? Like I won't able to give 8 hours totally. Then Badal sir told me it's not like mandatory. You need to give regularly 8 hours. You can just shift to 6 to 8. Like sometimes you can give 6 or 8 also, and then you have Sunday also there. And in engineering what used to happen is like Saturday Sunday both are holidays, and right now I'm in my final year. In final year we have from Friday to Sunday we have holidays. So then I thought like now I can do more work in that Saturday Sunday and Friday, so that I can just give less time in other weekdays which are like Monday to Thursday. I can give less time, like around 6 to 7 hours, and on Saturday Sunday I can give more time to it. So that is how it used to be. And my college used to start at around 10 o'clock in the morning and get off around I can say 2 o'clock. Some it's like varying there. It's not like sure timing was there. Sometimes we used to have practicals. Sometimes we don't used to have practicals. So that is how. But from 11 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock, I wasn't able to do much thing in a weeks or anything which I was doing in my internship. But yeah, when I used to get up in the morning, I used to give around 1 hour in the morning, and then when I come back to home, I used to have one presentation with you, ma'am, usual, and you used to take our presentation when I joined here. So yeah, from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I used to give that presentation and all. I used to get into that presentation. Then we used to have review meeting what I have done in night, because mostly I used to work in the night only from 7 o'clock to 10 or sometimes 12 o'clock on internship itself. So that is how it is. Like we need to manage it. Like there is a college, we cannot say no to that too.
Correct. So the flexible time slots were there. I think
Yeah,
that
that
was the
was there.
reason.
Yeah,
Like,
like Badal
that
sir, if you
is
have Badal sir with you, he can handle anything.
correct. Correct.
Yeah.
All right. And any challenges, any difficulties you faced into this
Uh,
internship?
my first presentation was about my internship, what I was working on, my first project I got. So I need to present it in front of Mukesh sir, and he scolded me like anything, like you haven't done anything. That was my first project, and in the end he told me that like okay, but that was your first project. I need to scold more Badal, not to you, because he is your coordinator. So that was first challenge to me, how to convince other people is my design is most suitable for this particular project. So that was the biggest challenge to convey people, because they just wanted to have some more, and because everyone have different views on particular design. So that was the biggest challenge to convey others that this is the perfect one, because they always come up with the that was good thing, because they were like telling me that you can do something other, because you are seeing right now through your perspective, but when we see as a user's perspective, so the perspective changes according to their mindset, how they want to see things. So that was the first challenge in front of me. And apart from, as I said, the time issue was not there because of there are like staff was very supportive, and the coordinator Bhadrasar itself, like whenever I used to have my unit test, we have just more than 2 3 unit tests in engineering and semesters also there. So we need to go in college also for that, and we need to prepare at least 4 5 days before that unit test. So I used to get that just that I need to tell that particular thing to Badal sir before 1 week, so that he can just allow me to go for my UT and all. So that was not biggest challenge for me to how to handle the time, but the challenge was is in itself how to be great and how to become more good, better, and how to convey Mukesh sir and Badal sir, Pratik sir. So that was the biggest challenge in front of me, I would say. Yeah.
All right. And how you overcome like these challenges? What you used to do? You just to try to innovate more, put
More, yeah,
into all your
yeah.
creativity.
But I need to give more time because if sometimes what I used to do, sometimes I used to give less time for my because of my exams, and I need to prepare for my placements also. So sometimes I was like, okay, I just do that of like some less work, and just I will present it in my review meeting. But then Badal sir easily come to know that you haven't give like proper time for that particular thing, because I've been working on this particular thing from last 2 3 years, so I know how things works and how much time you need to give that for that um, particular design. So you cannot just lie in front of him. So what I did, I started giving more time, and as soon as I start doing more practice, as I said, from last 4 months I've been doing it. So once you get habituated with that particular thing, so easily you can come out of that, and it's like mandatory. You need to give at least 6 hours. So if you are giving 6 hours on a regular basis to anything, so you can easily be very good in that particular thing. So I would say do much practice and try to convey Badal sir, so that he can pass it that design ahead. So yeah.
All right. And I want to know about the targets that were given to you. So how easy or how difficult those targets were for you to
Uh,
achieve?
for me, see, target was not like we used to what we used we need to do there is like they used to tell us that you need to make one design over here, so and then you need to present in a review meeting. So for me, target is just I need to convey Badal sir that this is the perfect design, and in your perspective also, and in my perspective also, and some colleagues' perspective. Like if you see, Mansi was also there with me. So then Mansi used to come that like, okay, this is this sounds good, but you need to do some changes in that thing, and you can improve in another part of your design. So I would say that thing if you do, so you can easily go ahead with that, and yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
And also some workshops deep were held for you, technical soft skill sessions. So what is your take on to those sessions, and how do you think
Okay,
like
so
those
no,
sessions were, and you have benefited out of those
yes,
sessions?
yes,
Or
yes. What
Mhm.
I first time I come across something like Excel. So I was like, I'm doing engineering, and now these people are telling me to learn Excel. So I was like, why should I learn Excel now? But when I come to know that once I start learning, and I just complete that course, and when I sit for my placement, so before we go for the interview, we have some technical exams. So before we sit for the interview, so those questions come in my technical rounds also in engineering. Before I get for any company, got into any company's interview, we need to crack some technical sessions or technical exams, so aptitude test. So there used to get some aptitude question from Excel also. So I was like how these questions are coming in my technical thing also. So that was very useful for me. So that like initially I thought like I'm doing engineering and right now I'm learning Excel over here, but then I come to know that this is also useful, and that was very useful to me in my exams also for my placements. So yeah, sometimes people think that right we are doing engineering and now we are learning Excel, but that is also useful and that is part of engineering itself. So yeah, that was really helpful, and I come to know about this thing when I sit for my exam, and there they have mentioned that you will be having 10 to 15 questions from Excel also. So then I come to know that this is actually it is having importance, and as I have done that previously, so that was really helpful for me.
correct. So in your interviews, those things were like quite
Yeah, not in
useful.
interviews, but in exams. So before we go for exam, we need to pass two,
Exams.
three exams. For like a coding
Correct,
round was
correct.
there.
Different
So
separate
yeah,
rounds
technical
are
round.
there. No?
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
All right. And then I want to know, do you have any suggestion for us how we can improve the things, or anywhere
Mm,
you think like we can improve?
See, as far as the staff concerned, like Badal sir people, if they are there, so I don't think so. I have any concern with this coordinator and all. But one thing I just face issue is in no, there were no many students was not there in IT sector. Like initially, I started with one girl, and in the till end there was only one colleague with me. And I thought like why not people are coming, working here. So I thought I always feel that I should have more people with whom I can work. So that was the one thing I would say, that we need more people in IT, because then we used to get so many work and only two were there, and that was not really a good experience. That you are just working with two people and you are not getting much. You can say objection on your design. Only one person and Badal sir was there to get objection on that. So I think, and when I see the HR department and other departments, there are so many people working there. So sometimes like people used to get forget that there is IT sector also and IT department is also there. So sometimes they don't ask call like Deep is from IT and all. So we need to tell that we are from IT department and website development. So then only they come to know that okay, this department also exists. So I think like there should be more people so that they can come to know that our presence is also there. So that's one thing I need to say, that we need to increase the members in IT. Yeah.
Correct. All right. Anything else? Any other suggestion? So you feel that the team size for the IT
Yeah, only
department should
two members
increase?
were there. So yeah.
Okay. And like depending upon the work, the amount of work that you were getting, like it was you and the other person, you were just
Yeah, we
becoming
both were there.
overburdened.
No, not overburden. It was like no, it was fine. But the thing is, I was not getting more challenges, because we two were there. So how we used to work is like we used to present our design, and then people used to come and say that this is not the right way. You need to do something better. So if we have many people, so they can come up with more suggestions, so that we can come to know that okay, so this person can think in that way. So because everyone having its own perspective, so that can be more helpful if you are working in more than 5 to 6 members. So working in two people is not that good. Mm.
Correct. Any other suggestion you have? Anything else to suggest?
No, that one thing only. No, not anything other than that.
Or then my last question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how you rate this overall internship experience, and how strongly you would like to recommend Ananta Resource Management to your colleagues, to your friends?
Yeah, my colleagues were like fabulous. The one girl was with me, but she was like, if I get any problem in that, she used to come because she was senior to me. So she used to tell me everything. Like when I used to go for my exam, because right now she is doing MSc and currently I'm in BTech right now. So she having more than me 2 3 years experience. So she know how to handle things. And apart from just technical skills which we are using here in Ananta, uh, people were coming, and that internal presentation was really helpful for me, because I was preparing for IT sector. And the one that was the good thing, because I thought like what can I do, like these are some technical sessions only, so how can it be helpful for me? We are just going there and presenting, but when I go for my interview, they just don't ask us the total inside of how technology working. They just want overview of, like if they ask me about cloud computing, how is it, like what is it. So if I have done one presentation on that particular thing itself, so I can easily give them my overview. And they ask me that question, and because I have done one presentation on that particular thing itself, so I can easily give overview of that. So that was really helpful for me. That the internal presentation. Sometimes people think that how like we are just making some presentation and just giving it to some people in my group itself. But that is how it is actually. You need not to go in very deep into any technology. They will just ask you some overview of particular thing. So I would say that because of that internal presentation, that was like really helpful for me in my interview also. And I would say it is compared to my previous one, I got to know more than technology here, the corporate and all. So I would say it's more than, for me, it's more than 9.5, I would say. Just because I was not giving that 0.5 was because the staff was very small. The colleagues with me were just one. So yeah, that would I say. Yeah,
All right. And what is the rating that you
it's
would like to
9.5.
give?
Yeah, 9.5.
9.5. That is
Yeah,
great. Thank you so much, Deep, for giving
yeah,
us such a good rating. And on
yes,
the behalf of this entire team of Ananta Resource Management, I would like to give you the best wishes for all your future endeavors,
thank you,
whatever
ma'am.
you are planning to do further. And
Yeah,
yes, thank you so much, Deep, for taking out time for this session.
yeah, thank you, ma'am.